So I want to make a video in case there are other people that were in my situation where I'm a Spektrum user. Um, all my planes have been E-flights and all that stuff with the BNFs and, just basically just all buying the fly Spektrum stuff. And then I've been moving on. As you fly, you end up buying other brands, and they don't, I mean, not that they don't work with Spektrum, but you have to buy receivers which end up costing at least 100. Like this one's, I think, 100 something, 105 maybe, which is a lot, but it has AS3X, has gyro and everything. But sometimes you just want to see what's out there and expand. So this is for those people that are either wondering what they should get, and or people that already use Spektrum and maybe are trying to move away from E-flight stuff. Um, so yeah, so basically we'll start off with price. I paid more than 400 for this guy, paid 280 for this, and then during a Black Friday sale, and they went down even lower for like Cyber Monday to like 250 or something. So the price wise, this wins, right? And as far as receivers, for what I paid for this, I bought actually 4 receivers. Only got 3. The other one is installed. It's a 4-channel. But I got all these receivers. I got the 6-channel, and then I have 2 8-channels, and then I bought 2 4-channels. Full telemetry. Only difference is Spektrum's got a built-in gyro, AS3X, but you can always grab these. It doesn't have to be this brand, but this is the one I grabbed because you can adjust the gains individually. It has stability, auto level, it has knife edging, hovering. It's got a bunch of options, which Spektrum doesn't have. Obviously, this is, pretty compact size. This is already a little bit bigger than that receiver, although not that this isn't a good Spektrum receiver, but the bigger ones are bigger. But just something to keep in mind. You will, if you want to have stability, you have to get a gyro. If you don't care for that, then for sure, already the form factor in these is pretty good. Next thing is quality. So quality, I have to give it all to this. This is about, I would say, 3-4 times more high-end feeling. You got these incredible machined like gimbals, and like they have a rock solid feel once you hit the ends. And when you look at the monitor, it'll never bounce around in 98, 99. On the gimbals, it might do that once in a while with the sliders or the knobs, but the actual gimbals are on point. And these always have some kind of flexy feel to it. Not that these are bad, but right away when you go from this to this, it's really quiet compared to this. If you care about that, switches seem a little bit nicer. Maybe they're about the same, but these feel a little more like lower toned. It's more about tactile feel. I'm not saying these switches are bad or one's better, just the tactile feel. Speaking of feel, again, this feels more high end. There's a lot more heft, so something to consider is I got all the aluminum parts, but again, you're probably just wearing this around your neck. If you like a light radio or a lighter radio, this is definitely a little bit lighter, but this is this feels amazing. And I'm going to turn these on. Let me see if I could do that with one hand. Oops, I forgot to hold this one down. There we go. And you can customize the screen. This is pretty much stuck on like a boring, you can customize the colors, but I mean, there's nothing like this one, bro. Switch warning. I got the switches on, that's why it's doing that. Look at that, you can put the plane. This is what you get on here. You can switch pictures, but you can't get your actual plane on there. And you'll see the timer's going off because the throttle stick is up. But I have it to reset when I push it down. What I love about this, you get the monitor right on the screen, and you also can have, whoops, this screen. So there's a lot of screens you can have, and it's a touch screen too. You can hear it beeping, and you can set all this up any way you want. I have the battery set up, radio info, my rates. So if I rate, medium rate, low with the call outs, then I have the quality of the signal. It'll stay grayed out when it's not on. It has the date, This right here, this little bar, I just customized it for the safe option, so it's got to be armed. And because it's a momentary switch, it goes back down. I made it a sticky switch, so they call it a sticky switch, so that it doesn't reset once it goes back down. So you can program all that. Speaking of programming, the second part of this is how easy they are to use. Spectrums are pretty much designed to use with their planes. You just buy one of their planes, download the file, you're ready to go. This takes a little bit more effort, at least in the beginning. I just set up one default model for a 6-channel, and I can always make that an 8-channel, and I just copy that to every plane. So it's got all the features, all the, for example, I got the flaps there. I have, I think the gear over here. So you can hear it say gear. I have the space switch, like I said, up here. I have the volume here, right? So you don't hear anything, and I turn it up. Normal mode. So the volume's there. I have the screen dim here on this knob. I'm not using the 6-position switch, so there's a lot of stuff you can do, and the best part is there's no limit to what you can do. If you want to switch to do something, like, you could just tell it to using logical switches. I'm not going to get into that. That's what makes this more complex, but once you get a hang of that with watching a couple of videos, this thing is way more powerful than the Spektrum. But if you're looking for something easy and you're using E-flite planes, or you're going to use Spektrum stuff, this is good. What I love about this is I can use any battery. It doesn't have to be smart batteries that are expensive. I can have full telemetry, even on a little tiny little 4-channel. I have all the telemetry I need. So I'm not stuck to smart batteries. I don't need, like, I think the only difference is you can't read individual cells, but who knows, it may have that at some point. There's some options on these receivers to connect other telemetry sensors. And the receiver, I love how this little red thing is rubber, so it keeps these things from, getting damaged. But you can see the ports there. There's a port for voltage for the battery. There's a port for, other telemetry sensors. And the build quality is pretty good. It's got that clear plastic, just like the Spektrum. And these are designed to handle all these in with servos, so it's not going to be overpowered or whatever. And it's got some telemetry wires, and this is counting down. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video. If you're scared to move up to Radiomaster, just copy stuff people do on video. That's what I did. When I first got it, I got buyer's remorse. I'm like, I'm never going to want this. Now that I have it, like, I don't know why I still have my spec. Well, I do know, because I do have a lot of E-flite planes, and I'm not going to switch all of them over here. But all my newer planes, I just bought this L39, the Arrows one, put it on here, and I'm very happy with my Radiomaster. The Radiomaster comes in this like cool little case. You do have to buy this outer thing. I think the case is just to protect it, but it's a nice foam. It's not like the kind of foam you would just throw away. But what's great is the radio just fits right in there, and it kind of just pops in right here. You see it pops, and then you could do this. If you want to work on the radio, you can turn it upside down, and it holds the radio, so you can open the back, which is pretty neat, and it fits perfectly around the radio, so you don't have to worry about switches breaking and everything. This little slip cover zip thing with the handle is about 15 bucks. But yeah, man, I don't know if you guys are considering moving away from Spektrum or can't decide what to get. Radiomaster is definitely good. Don't worry so much about the learning curve. Like I said, you could just set up a radio or have somebody just give you a file for a plane that's ready to go, or you can study up on the switches and just make it do whatever the hell you want. It's that great. And by the way, it's an open source system, so people can just develop stuff for it at all times. And it's the ELRS, the protocol, which can go really far. It's really designed for FPV, but I needed something that would be very powerful out in the field for my plane, since there's some areas that Spektrum is susceptible to dropouts, supposedly. I haven't had any issues, but I'd rather not risk it with the new big planes I'm going to be using. So that's about it. This is not meant for all you guys that are complete pros at Radiomaster and all that. It's just for those kind of people like me that wanted to find something little bit better and not invest so much in Spektrum stuff because it is expensive. But um, as of right now, I'm going to be keeping both. I love my Spektrum for my E-flite planes, and if I didn't have all my receivers invested in those, I probably would just start off with this. But it's good to know that I can do everything I can on the Spektrum with this. By the way, I don't want to make the video too long, but you can fly Spektrum if you buy the 4-in-1 internal module, or if you buy the ELRS, which is what I did. You can put the 4-in-1 module in the back, and you can control your Spektrum planes, which at some point I may make that move. And it has forward programming, has all that stuff. You don't have to worry about any of that other stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think overall I do enjoy this a lot more, but I do find value in my Spektrum just being able to just pop a plane out of the box and fly it. But if you're moving from those BNFs into ARFs or PMPs, this would be a great choice. But that's it.